Yo, what is up guys? So today we're going to be showcasing off the newer Flame Noble Knights mixed in with a way to pull off an FTK due to their consistency of just being able to basically make a sold. If you can make a sold, you have a very high chance to be able to pull off this FTK. And there are multiple ways to actually FTK. Even if you decided, let's say, ban Cannon Soldier or ban Cannon Soldier MK2, we have another card that will let us pull off some FTK. And I really feel like all these cards basically have a similar effect. They should not be implemented into Yu-Gi-Oh! So anyways, the guy goes, makes a board turn 1, doesn't really matter. These cards can protect these cards, but it doesn't protect him from getting FTK'd. But this one technically is going to be a turn 1 of this player's turns, turn 2 of the game. OTK or FTK, but we'll show off replays of FTKs too. But nonetheless, Yugioh is kind of one of the key players if you want to go for the Cannon Soldier MK2 play, which you can still do an Amazoness Archer FTK play, which we'll show off as well. But really what it comes down to is a bunch of the Noble Knight cards plus the Nemesis mixed in with Malicious. Even though Malicious got hit by the ban list, technically this deck would be even more insane without it. But you're going to be able to pull off the FTK pretty consistently as long as you can make a sold. A sold's the key card, and of course it not getting negated, but you can obviously play cards in the extra deck that would, let's say, stop it. But there are multiple ways to pull it off. I want you guys to watch more of it so you guys can see the different ways to pull it off. This guy not even playing anything good. He's trying to play, is that Morphing Jar Flip effect deck? It's not that great. Anyways, if you guys didn't know, there is an infinite loop with Spear Cretin. It's just a troll deck, though, I think. I don't see it becoming meta anytime soon. I remember this is back in the day when I first learned that you can Spear Cretin loop your opponent. It's not good, though. Anyways, what is good, though, is going for Yugioh, just cycling through a bunch of cards and special summoning the Cannon Soldier. You might be thinking, oh, does that mean you have to draw Cannon Soldier? Absolutely not, because the Soul still lets you go ahead and special summon a warrior from your deck, which you'll see later on what you're going to be able to bring out to still pull off the FTK or OTK. So pretty much what it comes down to is just Cannon Soldiering over and over. But I think that they overlooked this. So Yugioh, obviously a pretty decent card, lets you go ahead and special summon an extra monster. But the main effect that we're actually going to be utilizing to get massive amounts of damage is actually Link Cross. Link Cross can let you deal massive amounts of damage because what it does is you get to special summon tokens equal to the link rating of the material used for this card's link summon. So this is where it becomes broken, and I really feel like this is why all these like burn cards really need to go away, because remember, this card can contribute itself too. So we have 1500, another 1500 from the Cannon Soldier MK2's effect. You tribute 2 to do 1500 burn damage. So this is 3000, this is 4500. So just with this combo alone, that's 4500. The guy was like, okay, you got me there. But nonetheless, the deck, I would say, can play through, depending on how good your hand is, maybe 2. 3 negates is really pushing it, but if you guys want that for reference, yeah. So basically, just go ahead and make a sold. You can summon Vion, or there's, again, another card that you can summon instead if you happen to not want to play either Cannon Soldier MK2. He is kind of a bricky card because, well, this one is going to be the last one of showing MK2, but there is another way to pull this off without Yugioh special summon, because that might be a little bit conditional, but if you happen to have it, you might as well go for it. I mean, you basically go through half your deck anyway, so the chances of getting him are relatively high, because again, you have Yuggioh's effect on top of basically going through half of your deck anyways. But again, we'll show it off without Cannon Soldier. These cards all should be banned. It's just the Link Cross card is what enables this unfairness to go ahead and go in. So I guess we'll put Link Cross in the title too, because that's a very required card. But it does use a lot of the the new Noble Knight cards, the Flame Noble Knights, because a lot of their stuff lets you freely special summon. It's a 1 card of soul for a lot of the combos here. But like I said, there is another card that happens to be a warrior that you can special summon. That's a pretty good effect. This one's up against new Fluffles. Not that it matters. Fluffles, the only thing they can really do to disrupt is using the newer card, the Dolphin, on your opponent's turn, but that's pretty much it. So once again, it's using the Destiny Hero Malicious effect over and over again. Even though it's at 2, you can get the effect multiple times over here. So he's going to go ahead and reset one of the Malleys, summon a Nemesis, search out another Nemesis, go ahead and banish. So like this combo over here adds a lot more consistency to the deck because you're able to search out those cards for free, which is totally unfair. Heck, you could maybe even throw in like double summon and make this deck play through hand traps even harder, considering most of the things are warriors and these effects are technically only once per turn, but if one of them gets stopped, you can just go and double summon just any other monster over here. But the other guy was like, okay. So you guys get the idea. Amazoness Archer, another warrior, you can special summon it, plus it just works well. Anyway, so the thing is they really need to get rid of some of these cards in the deck. So again, Amazoness Archer, well, there's extra room over here. Let me move some of these cards out of the way. So this deck is currently in the works. I would say there's other cards that can definitely be placed in the deck. You can also do Masquerena, which would be follow-up plays, but nonetheless, Amazoness Archer would be another great target. There's also regular Cannon Soldier. I really feel like they should get rid of all of the Cannon Soldier cards. What's funny is Labyrinth Tank is actually a card that is pretty broken because you can special summon Cannon Soldier from the deck. And if you guys thought that this is the only way to OTK, no. There's a card that lets you just special Cannon Soldier from the deck. You're locked to fusions though, but like Labyrinth Tank actually makes it viable, which is funny. But Cannon Soldier never sees play in like normal, like if this effect was once per turn, then it would be more normal, and I think people would be like, okay, it's not that big of a deal. But the fact that all these cards, all these cards should be, including Amazoness Archer, these cards are super dumb. And if we go to the OCG, you can see that the OCG knows what's up. The TCG needs to ban all of these cards because, again, with the new Flame Noble Knights and the Nemesis cards, you can easily pull off Isolde FTKs quite easily. But nonetheless, again, the OCG, completely different list. I feel like they know the game a little bit better. But nonetheless, that's the list we have in the TCG. So you might as well run these while you can. Heck, you can play multiple copies of these. Not that you really need to. But again, for more consistency purposes, feel free to go ahead and do so. But I just want to mention, again, the Amazoness Archer would be another great target if you don't want to run MK2. The problem that MK2 does have is it requires Star Yugioh to pretty much summon it. Yeah, you could maybe tribute to summon it, but it would require double summon. It's very unrealistic to pull this combo off without cycling through your normal summon. But nonetheless, here's what we got for the deck profile. So we got 2 copies of Mally, 1 copy of Red Layer, Overlay Booster over here. I was actually thinking Junk Forward would be an excellent card too. This card technically can push for some damage. If you go second with this deck, you can easily deal like 4,000 points of damage and then maybe just actually attacking your opponent for game. More than likely, if you're getting that far in your combo, you probably already won anyways. But a lot of these cards kind of help out with any disruption plays, a lot of these extenders here. But you can play Called by the Grave and then get rid of your opponent's cards as well. I think that's a really great card to go ahead and main deck as well. Of course, we got MK2 over here, and then 2 copies of the Nemesis Corridor over. All these target a banished monster, which is going to be Mally. You reset the card, and then you get to special summon one of the Nemesis cards. And then with Olivier over here, a lot of these are just, again, free extra combo extenders for the deck. And then we've got Vion, we got Monk, which can actually pull out whatever level 4 monster, which is usually going to be Vion anyways. I was even going further and thinking about this deck. You could maybe even throw in like Allure, because obviously if you Star Yugioh into Summer Monk doesn't do anything. And then you can max out on more Darks. That could be another option. You can also do Armageddon Knight. There's a lot more combos to this deck than what you guys saw over here. It's like the early introduction to the multiple FTK deck. So, because like I said, you can go for whatever card that you want. Then we got Nemesis Umbrella over here. And then we've got the Ex-Paladin, again, just more special summoning, but this one lets you equip one, which the Squeak Knight is basically just, it allows you to go ahead and once per turn you can either target one face-up monster you control and equip it to it, or unequip this card in the special summon. It's just a free, easy, instant access to a soul via the Noble Knight engine. But Nemesis Flag over here, the red one, this one is really great. It lets you put one back and then you get to add a Nemesis monster, which is usually going to be blue, and then blue has the effect to go ahead and reset one, and then you get to target Nemesis monster in your graveyard and add it back to your hand, so you get to re-add back red. I was even thinking maybe other cards that would require you to discard could be okay in this deck as well, because some of the stuff is just, extra free cards anyways, because you can't use Red's effect twice in one turn anyways. In fact, all the Nemesis have that, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to get their effects more than once. Anyways, then we have 2 copies of Renaud over here, which is a Fire Warrior special. That's pretty easy claps with this variant over here. And then we have a Stolfo over here, banish a Fire Warrior special. Again, all this stuff is just pretty much combo expenders to play through your opponent's hand traps if they happen to negate something. If they negate Isolde, it can be kind of bad, or if they negate this, but more likely they'll try to stop you midway through your combo, and that's how you just go ahead and follow up with like an Instant Fusion. An Instant Fusion Millennium Eyes Restrict will also block out a hand trap as well. Then we have Reinforcement of the Army, 3 copies of Heritage, so this lets you go ahead and search out one of the cards or the equips. And then we've got 3 copies of Pot of Greed here. Then we've got Monster Reborn, 1 copy of War Legacy Succession. We've got Necroquip Prism over here. This is just lets you go ahead and special summon another card. And then the Nemesis, Adrestia. Again, these all play through extra hand traps. That's the point of them. And also combo extending. In fact, I'm even thinking that this deck, if you wanted to, you could play it like a normal deck. Like, you don't have to go for the FTK. You can just go ahead and play it like a Link Spam deck. We got a lot of extra room here to run your extra cards. Then obviously Hornet Drones, go ahead and special summon other cards. Again, these were more so for testing purposes. Obviously, this is just for the token here. But you can make the other cards if you want to. Then Phoenix Blade, Living Fossil, Durendal over here. So lets you go ahead and add level 5 warrior monster from your deck to your hand and destroys it. And then we got the Broken Bamboo Sword, Cursed Bamboo Sword, and the Overdone Burial card, just more equips to again continue your combos. For the extra deck, Carbanola, Millennium Eyes. This could help you out if you get kind of stuck. It's very rare that this card will come out, but it can definitely help out sometimes. And then we've got Saryuja, V-Land Hydra, gets that extra bonus attack for the Codeines, but most of the stuff is unnecessary, to be honest. The important cards are going to be, I'm going to put the important cards in the front here so you guys know what you have room for to actually swap. I would say these are the important cards in the deck. The Link Cross, Isolde, Carbanola, the Saryuja, Millennium Eyes. These are the important cards. The rest of the cards you can honestly drop, or you can play cards like Boral Sword to go for OTK plays, because I think this deck can just be a solid Link deck with great follow-up plays. Because remember, even if your play doesn't go through, let's say for whatever reason they stop your FTK, if you get, depending on how far you get in the combo, you still have access to the Nemesis next turn with a following up of Flag plus Umbrella plus another Mali, and that's instantly another 3 monsters. And if anything survives, or if you just have your normal summon, because remember these are all free special summons, at that point you have an additional 4 monsters that you'll have access to, which lets you go into whatever Link monster. So it's not just a cheesy deck, it still has plays that can make it just a solid Link deck. But anyways, these are other cards that you can consider. Obviously this card is fantastic, and I probably recommend playing this card over, like, say, like Overlay Booster. You can throw in Junk Forward, you can also throw in Thrasher. There's a lot of other options here. Thrasher allows other access to this play. But Impermanence, obviously fantastic stuff to stop your opponent's plays. And then Imperial Order, well, that's Imperial Order. You can just automatically beat Pendulums. Anyways, yeah, guys, this is the earlier iteration of it. I think we can improve this deck quite a bit, maybe making it more dark, focus-oriented, because I think that you can cycle through some cards of Valera. It could be good, too. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and shout out to my boy Teriyaki for hooking me up with the gameplay as well as the deck profile for this build. But I don't know, man. I think that they really need to ban these cards because the FTKs are going to be real. I mean, literally, if in the OCG they banned all of the FTK cards, and the TCG just like, yo, you can put them at all 3. I mean, technically you only need 1 anyways, just special summon from the deck. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new here, subscribe, turn on the bell so you don't miss out on more crazy Yu-Gi-Oh! FTKs, OTKs, and deck profiles. And if you guys want to send me other crazy replays, feel free to go ahead and do so at AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.